Welcome back to my stream theory playthrough of Half-Life 2 Episode 1, where I'll be playing the game live while also providing analysis and commentary as I go. So of course, as always, I'm going to start off right where I left off last stream and keep on going. Left off in this room after like a big firefight. You can see the bodies of the Combine I'm leaving in my wake there. So now we're still... Alex and I are still making our way through City 17, trying to, well, get out of it, as the big citadel is about to explode. So let's try to solve these puzzles. We're also trying to get the stream up and running. My end. There we go. We'll check on that before I continue on. So we're gonna do another vent crawl. All right. Let's see. Sound check really quickly. Alright, sounds fine. So I will continue forward.
Your vent crawling skills seem to be in high demand today, Gordon.
Yep. Just referring to the earlier event sequence, which I actually confused with this one myself. I thought that back then I referenced something that happens in this vent sequence that I thought would happen then, so I kind of confused them too. After playing this several times and coming back to it, these two vent sequences kind of blended together in my mind. So ignore my going back to that playthrough. Ignore my references there, because yeah, I was referring to this
So soon?
where I dropped back down. Circle back to the same room and brought back down. It's something I suppose. What I said about that little event there, coming back down and hearing that dialogue from Alyx, back so soon, kind of making fun of you. I think that still applies, because you could potentially, when you're going through this vent sequence, decide not to go this direction and just keep on going forward here, like you're supposed to. I guess this is technically the way to go forward. The other way is just distraction. However, it's not a complete waste of time, as you saw. I got a little bit of that energy from my suit. Alright, so this is an interesting sequence here. So there was something I got out of that. Just a little bit of exploring. It wasn't totally useless. And of course there is you get to see that dialogue as well. So as far as an experience goes, you do get to see something for your efforts there by going the quote-unquote wrong direction. You get a little bit more out of your experience that way. Something they might miss if you go the correct direction, which is here. We're in this room, big, huge trap room, and you have to try and I'm pretty sure that we already know what these lasers do. We've seen what happened to them before. They cause an explosion. These are tripwires, and of course there are fire barrels everywhere. And it looks like that's our only way out. So this is kind of like this room is sort of like one of those Mission Impossible type of scenarios where we have to do a little bit of fancy acrobatics to get around the room and not trip the tripwires, or else there's going to be a huge explosion. I think, while this scenario looks really interesting, in practice, this is probably one of my least favorite moments in this game, or any moment like this in Half-Life 2, because of how the platforming, where by that I mean the jumping around, is not the strongest aspect of Half-Life 2. The way the way the game's engine works, and how precise it feels, and well, yeah, your movement does feel precise. Like doing first-person platforming is always a challenge. It just makes it very difficult to work very well. Just because, like, you can't, especially in this game, I look down, I can't see my legs. I don't know where my legs are going to land. That's the whole problem with first person. Normally in real life you have peripheral vision, so you get a feeling of where your body is relative to the rest of the environment. Here, I don't know where my body is, and I don't know I don't have any peripheral vision, so jumping around platforming is always going to be a challenge and always going to be cumbersome in a first-person game. So hopefully I can just get this right the first time and I don't cause a big, huge explosion. Alright. Well, I survived. I'm not sure if I did that ideally, but the good news is I'm alive. Things did explode. However, they exploded in a way in which I still survived. My hazard suit took most of the damage, and I was outside of the danger zone, I suppose. Oh, can I can't move apparently. Just want to get this thing here. Apparently can't get that. Alright, now I might die because I'm kind of stuck on those, I didn't see the what are they called? The barnacles. The barnacles up top send down their little tendrils. To the point where, yeah, that ended up killing me. So the explosion survived that, only to be killed by the dumb barnacles up top, which don't even show up until a few seconds in. So I was just doing a little bit of exploring. I could have gotten out somehow. I could have gotten it out, saved myself. But now, because of my folly there, I ended up having to experience this whole thing again. All right, so try this a second time. I'm not sure the best way to do this. If there's a way I can not trigger the explosion. Very difficult. Instead, I have to do this all over again. Alright. That time I didn't trip the wire. Get out of here. There we go. So I have to use the gravity gun. Alright, so this is a little bit of a challenge here. Just because I can't move. So I think what I have to do is blow up these barrels, but just get it started and then duck back down. There we go. That's the solution to the puzzle, for sure. Okay, made it this time. So that's the ideal scenario. I did it the second time. Of course, I could have done it the first time if I wasn't so curious and ended up getting killed by those barnacles up top. Yeah, you can see them now. Yeah, those were my end there.
Blood toxin levels detected.
But you know, that's fine. I got it right the second time, and it's even better. Let's try and get in here. Actually, I don't think I can. I can just pull these out. And that's it. So, looks like I'm pretty sure this is a dead end. And what I actually want, I may need to use those barnacles to go a little bit higher. Yeah, I see a ladder there, so I have to wait for them to